Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Talitha Kume, and we are here live with another Wednesday night special, The Review. I hope you guys missed us last time. What is that on there? Every time I don't know what this is doing, what our live is doing now, because it feels like I can't download the live after we do it. What does it say right there? It says share to your group. I don't want to share to our group, but I'm just sharing with you guys. Anyway, so we are live here on this Wednesday night, June the 11th. Last week we had a special where I got a chance to interview the delegates of the Miss Juneteenth Nevada 2025 pageant, and we're so excited. That was
I was
this
behind the
past
camera.
Yes, that was this past weekend. And I did shout out Bobby. He was behind the camera doing an awesome job of capturing all of us in the tiny space that we were in, making it look live and making it look lively. And so we got a chance to talk to the girls, and we got a chance to participate in the Friday event, which was the fashion show, which we told you about, that Bobby designed for, and that turned out really well. He's in a little bit of pain right now. That turned out really
Sorry.
well. So we had a good time on that. It was a good turnout too. It was a good turnout. I want to shout out Echo Models, because whenever I call on Echo Models, they are there representing professional, very sweet, really sweet ladies. And whatever we ask of them, they're down to do it and make it happen. And so I want to shout them out. Even fees and charging and whatever they do, they're worth every single cent, every single dime that you choose to put out to hire this modeling agency. Please do so. They are working in the Las Vegas community and abroad, and they are really talented young ladies. So they helped make the fashion show. They helped upgrade the fashion show, so to speak, because they slay the runway.
Yeah, they're
They
great.
slay the runway.
Great group of ladies, man.
So shout out to Miss J, who is over them, who makes sure that she keeps the company looking right. And so the fashion show was Friday, this past Friday, and then this past Sunday, the Miss Juneteenth pageant was this Sunday, and I have to say that it's growing and getting better and better every year. Shout out to our JLC, our Juneteenth Legacy Council, which is now the board that is behind the Miss Juneteenth Nevada pageant. You ladies are absolutely amazing. Shout out to all the designers. Like I said, Bobby was one. Shanika Gunn with One Cutie Boutique. Dion Greer, who didn't get a chance to display his designs on the runway, but hopefully we'll do something in the future where he'll be able to be there. Larissa Couture, who has beautiful, awesome handmade gowns. So if you're looking to be in a pageant, or you're going to a black tie event and you need something really fancy, look her up, Larissa Couture. And then also Haruma Clothing. They're African based clothing designer, and their clothing was amazing as well. And so I just want to shout them out, and shout out our Miss Juneteenth Nevada 2025 2026, Miss Mia Fennell. So she actually won the pageant. She took it home, you guys. Great talent. She's a chef. And so she displayed her chefing abilities, and her recitation was amazing. And so shout out to her for the win. And then shout out to all of the ladies, because like I told them, they are all winners, because it takes a lot. It takes guts to be able to get up there in front of hundreds of people and talk about yourself and put yourself on display, knowing that everybody is watching you. They're watching what you say, they're watching what you do, because that's a part of the competition, you know? And so I just wanted to shout everybody out before we get into that. I'm sorry, I just kind of ran a little bit, but I just need to let you guys know that we had a great past weekend, and we're hoping to have another great weekend this weekend, because it's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. And so we're going to be a part of another event, and we'll tell you guys about that once we participate in it and let you guys know how that went. But for now, we are going to get to the movie review of the evening. Me and Bobby B. Oh, y'all. So, I used to be a big Tyler Perry fan, right? And the reason why I was just because one, I got a chance to meet him in person before he got big, right, in Kansas City. I went to one of his plays and he signed my program and everything. But to listen to his story and how he kind of just pulled himself up by his bootstraps, and what I mean by that is if you guys don't know his story, just him having the drive and determination and the tenacity to say, this is what I was born to do, so I'm going to do it. And so he would work odd jobs and, and then quit, and once he made a little bit of money to make sure that he had the money to produce his plays and everything. And then once his plays took off, then he started doing movies. Then he got a chance to get into TV. And now he owns his own, studio and everything. So I if nothing, it's impressive to see someone, especially a black man, be able to accomplish that in this season in 2025. So I was a big fan of his. Some of his stuff as of late has just been a little bit too dramatic for me. So I feel like he's kind of giving people, I guess, what they want. But on the other hand, he's kind of pushing the envelope a little bit too far, in my opinion, from what my taste is. So I'm not talking to nobody else. I'm just talking about my taste and what I feel. So I haven't been paying attention to a lot of the stuff that he's been doing. I know that some of his shows have been received really well, and some of his movies as well. But I chose to pick one of his films for us to review because I had seen a lot of stuff on social media that was saying that was kind of in between. Some people were like, why does he have to make movies about, black women struggling all the time and blah, 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 blah. And then some people were like, oh my God, this was awesome. This was one of almost, if not one of the best movies that he's done in a while, right? And so I wanted us to kind of take a look at it and see if we can impart some wisdom or, some insight on what we thought. Bobby's not a big Tyler Perry fan. What do you say about Tyler Perry? Why are you not a big fan of his?
Well, no, that's not it. He's magic. He's a wonderful person. He does for the world of artists, he to be able to maintain the energy to always do your work like this. That's hard. So, and then to do that to the point where you create one of the biggest studios, that's even harder. So, he's always been somebody I've always looked at as like a hero.
Okay.
Not so much my hero, but he's done heroic things. So I appreciate that. His films to me seem as if he doesn't have anybody like that he listens to.
Okay.
Like I feel like either he's a tyrant and he forces his stuff on everybody regardless to what, people feel or think or whatever, just because that's how he creates. And that's how artists do. And I totally get that. But there's some things that I feel because you have the access to it, you should access and use. Like it's really hard to maintain artistry without connections and without collaborations. So to know that you have this many lines of access and this much collaboration and no one is still able to speak to you about certain things, to me, that's something's wrong.
Okay.
Personally. So because I couldn't imagine if, as I grow in what I'm doing, I stay doing this same shit 10 years later, just like with more polished thread or whatever. It's like, you have to do better somewhere. Like people have to be able to be like, yeah, that's actual, like, not everybody in your thing doing better, but you actually doing better and making your thing work. Because I feel like he's a magical writer. He always writes. That's what he does all day, like Stephen King. There's nothing to it to him. He just does that part. But I personally feel that since he used it so much, that he's been able to grab bigger connections, whatever, which is awesome. But those people are doing so much better at their jobs than he is to me in the work.
And what I hear you saying is that, like, you take Antoine
Because those
Fuqua.
actors are doing great. These actresses are doing great.
Let's take Antoine Fuqua. I
Uh-huh.
think that's how you say his name, for example. So he's a black movie producer. I'm not sure if he writes. I'm not sure, but I know that he's been around for a really long time, right? And he's gotten into so many arenas to where it's not just black movie making for him. He's across the board. So he's done Fast and Furious. He's doing all these TV shows. He's done a lot of things to where he's stretched himself to say, okay, I don't want to just do black, 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 black. I want to do all of these other types of genres of film, of
Because he was
TV or
probably
whatever.
never like just
And so
yeah.
and so I get that, and I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I do what I like about him, even though it's a pattern of you know black struggle or whatever. I I feel like we still need that part of Hollywood, because Hollywood, for the most part, they're never really gonna get it right unless they have a black writer or a black person in the room that can say, right, yes, that definitely happens. Now, does he push the envelope sometimes where you're like, Tyler,
no,
come on?
But all of that stuff is exactly what his purpose is, and it's great that he's doing it.
And so sometimes
that's great.
But for the most part, I don't mind him continuing the storylines that are very similar, but just different in emotion, or different in casting, or different in, okay, now it's a downtrodden woman versus a downtrodden man or whatever. I appreciate it because sometimes not sometimes, all the time, we in the black community, we get overlooked when it comes to film. Now, I understand you're like, okay, there's so much more to grasp when it comes to black people and the different positions and the different careers that we have. And I think that probably he'll get into that. But I think that his ability to capture the downtrodden woman or man or whatever, just to make people think, like, stop doing this, stop doing that. That's the reason why I made this movie. Like, for instance, when you look at Acrimony, which is one of the movies I actually really liked about from him, we got into a deep discussion, and it was full on. Like, Bobby and I got into a discussion about that, and it was really out there in the community where everybody was like, Acrimony, Acrimony, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And he really made you think, really made you think about the character that Taraji played, and then the character that I cannot think of his name that he played, in the fact of, was it right? Was it wrong? Was she stupid to do all these things? And then she snapped, and then it's kind of like, okay, well, she snapped, so she was justified. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot of dynamics in that movie where he just made you really think and have conversations about to do or not to do.
Right.
That's what I think. So I think that's what his job is.
Yeah, he has a lot of great movies to me.
I think that's what his job is.
What I don't like is the people that are around him. If he listens to them, just let that one little slip with like the period funk. Okay. In some movies, like this one we just saw, it's like you couldn't tell the period because of the way some of these people are acting.
Okay, and then Fall from Grace too. I think.
It's like, where am I at? Yeah. Is this supposed to be in the 60s or the 90s? I don't know where I'm at here.
And so we're talking about Straw.
Yeah.
So we got a chance to, typically we try not to review movies that just came out because we don't want to give away the storyline. So we're going to try our best not to give away the storyline. But like I said, I saw so much different opinions online. I wanted to watch it for myself and talk about it. So for me, the movie is called Straw, starring Taraji P. Henson. Sherry Shepherd was in it. Sinbad was in it. and Glenn Turman was in it. Those were the four that I recognized. You know, some of the others were probably newbie actors. No, Rockman Dunbar was in it. I'm sorry, and Tiana Taylor was in it. So those are the people, you know, that I recognize as far as actors are concerned. A couple of white actors that I've seen in some of his films
They're all
before as
great
well.
people too.
But so the movie was about a woman who had just had a damn enough. She's like, I've had enough. Like I can't do this anymore. And so she just snaps, right? She just snaps. She's like, I need somebody to see me. I need somebody to hear me. I'm not asking for a whole lot. I'm just asking for this, you know what I'm saying, to take care of myself and my baby girl. And she just loses it. So the whole movie is based on her losing it.
Yeah, like a day or
Right,
something.
trying to figure it out, right? And so watching Taraji though, like I
She's a master.
thoroughly enjoy watching her because when you talk about somebody knowing how to cry, I mean she's masterful at that and really making you believe what she's feeling. And I loved her in Baby Boy, but what solidified her for me was when she was in gosh, now I can't even think of it, Bobby. Golly. I'm gonna have to come back to it. But it was a movie that she played in where I was like, OMG, this
Man, I
woman.
knew she was forever in Baby Boy.
No, it wasn't Baby Boy for
I'm
me.
saying
I
I
liked her
knew
in
she
Baby Boy,
was
but it
forever
wasn't
then.
that.
I'm like, she's a masterful.
Hustle and Flow.
Yeah,
Sorry. Hustle and
yeah.
Flow. When I saw her in Hustle and Flow, I'm like, okay, this lady, she's what that is. And so I appreciated her acting. I appreciated her pulling you into the storyline. I appreciate she was believable to me. Um, and I
I
felt
felt
like
bad for baby mamas because of the way
Baby
she
Boy
looked.
and Baby Boy.
She the Yes, she's a
Okay.
great film. She makes you feel everything like Denzel or
Mm-hmm.
any great
Agreed.
any great person who can make you feel like that. She's on that level.
And Sherry Shepherd did an
Yeah.
amazing job.
Even
I'm a fan of Sherry Shepherd.
Sherry Shepherd's ability to make you feel with her eyes
Yes.
was even muted next to her in this
Oh
for some
yes,
reason.
absolutely.
Like it
Like
was
Sherry,
just
but it was supposed to be because
she
Sherry
did a
Shepherd,
really good job making herself really plain or
yeah, because
really
Sherry
not
Shepherd was the assist, so
right.
she was the co-star versus Taraji being the main character. But what I also liked about it because I wasn't sold when I saw the trailer, I saw that Tiana Taylor was the was she played a detective in the movie. I'm like,
She's great.
I don't know. Like it didn't seem real believable to me for Tiana Taylor to be in that type of role. But I appreciate the fact that Tyler gave her a chance to stretch herself as well. Because she actually played in to me in a couple of movies that was similar to Taraji's character. But to see her in a detective leadership role where she's having to come off as a believable detective, I think she did an amazing job.
I think she's gonna sell everything. She's great.
And so I really feel like from a standpoint of a 4 out of 5 stars, I'm gonna give the film I'm gonna give the film a 5. I'm gonna give the film a 5. And I like I said, I don't some of Tyler Perry's movies have kind of felt soft a little bit, like there's always one thing missing or something like that for me personally. But Taraji, she carried this film. Glenn Turman was a person that you would love to hate in this film. He did a very good job of saying, you wanted to cuss him out, like for her, like through the screen, like talking to the TV. He did that great of a job to me. So I'm going to give it a 5. And I just kind of try to tell you guys everything without telling you the storyline at all. Because I want you guys to really be surprised and feel the storyline. Now, when we finished watching it, Bobby was like, hell no, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I'll give it like a
I
3.5
Okay.
because of the actors and actresses are so great. I feel like they really made those lines pop.
Mm-hmm.
The story just was weird to me.
Okay.
So yeah.
And so we want you guys to watch this playback watch the movie Straw that is streaming now on Netflix, and come back and tell us what you thought about it. I thought that it was a great twist plot, great twist plot. I wasn't expecting it at all. And so for that to be there where you couldn't call it, because Bobby and I really can call mostly any movie or every movie. We can tell who the bad guy is. We can tell, for the most part, we can kind of see where the storyline is going. But for this one, I did not see the twist. No clue.
It wasn't that great of a plot twist because I don't remember any of the plot twists at all.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I mean, since you said it backwards, I was sitting there thinking like.
Yeah, the plot twist. That was the reason why you said that you didn't like it and you couldn't understand it. The plot twist was weird to him, but it was ingenious to me. And how they did the plot twist and how they flipped it on us, because I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that at all. And so, like I said, for me, I'm gonna have to give it a 5. Go Taraji, go Tyler, go Sherry Shepherd, go Tiana Taylor. You guys did amazing. And so with that, make sure you go watch it. I want to talk about what we ate last, and we were trying to figure out what the heck we ate, y'all, because we really have been trying to stay away from stuff, but because we have been so busy,
we've been eating the same stuff.
We've been eating out a lot, but yeah, we have been Taco Bell, McDonald's. I mean, we just had a eating out fest. So I can't even really tell you guys.
We went to Popeyes again.
We went to Okay, so we did. So right, we were.
It's dirt water. This location.
No. We actually went. We got some coupons from a coworker of mine. Shout out Oxa. We went to. There's a Popeyes that is near my job that we absolutely love. So we went there. I want to say we went there for lunch. We do love, because if we're gonna go to a Popeyes, that's the one we always go to if we're feeling like driving all the way over there. And we went there for lunch. Remember, you met me for lunch and we drove over there. And remember, you commented, and the manager was great.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that worked the cash register, a great personality. That was one time I had hit him with. I was like, man, great customer service. Bobby told him so.
This is the best red beans rice I've ever had.
Yeah, but we ate there, and that food was really good. Remember, it felt like the red beans and rice were freshly cooked. Mm-hmm. The chicken tasted fresh. It was really good. They didn't give you no little ass, leg like this little.
But it wasn't like them gigantic churches ones either. It was a regular size bird.
So I feel like that Popeyes, if I can say, was one that we would frequent, and we haven't been to all of them, but that was one that we would frequent. So it's off of Eastern and Lake Mead, and so that's the one that we prefer. The one off of Craig.
There's another one. I've seen a few more.
I'm saying that's the one that we've gone to.
No, I'm just thinking about some more, like some more we can go to.
So yeah, so we can test them out and try them. But if you're in that area, Popeyes off of Eastern and Lake Mead has not done us wrong. Pretty much no time that we've gone. Every time we've gone, we've had pretty good service and pretty good food. The one on Craig, no bueno.
Nah, and the one on
Craig,
no the one on
and then the one on North 5th Street in the Centennial,
Bear Creek or whatever.
Yeah,
Deer Creek.
Deer Creek, near the, I want to say it's near Raising Cane's, Pandas, near the Home Depot and all that. Yeah, it's garbage.
It's dumb because I don't understand how they're still there. Like, how are y'all defaming the name? How are y'all even, what is this?
Yeah, so we don't know for franchise owner, whoever the franchise owner is, doesn't give a damn about his service or whatever's going on.
Lives around, you know what I'm saying, up in the mountain.
Yeah.
Douche.
Yeah, we ordered a 5-piece the other day, and there was nobody in the waiting area. We decided to go in instead of going through the drive-thru.
There ain't nobody in the drive-thru
because we've had a bad experience. There were a couple people in the drive-thru. Oh. And so we got in there. There's nobody in there. It took them about 6 minutes to acknowledge that I was standing there. Then when they did come to help me and place the order, she placed the order. Somebody else came in, and it took her about 10 to 15 minutes. When I saw chicken, it was already fixed and everything up there, on the racks. and it took her about 10 to 15 minutes just to make my 5-piece.
And Buddy had to go back to the car to get change and junk to pay in front of you. It was
So
taking
yeah, so it was
forever.
it was it was not the best. We
It's a
did go.
terrible
We went
place.
to churches too, and I don't think we like churches. I don't know if we like
No,
church or what
church
it
is
looked like.
chill. They're man. When I drive to this churches, the dude's cool. Every time it's one of the dudes. Either it's been one of the same dudes twice, but they're cool. They feel like they understand how to serve some Texas bird. You know,
Maybe.
It's never busy, so I don't know what that means, but yeah.
Maybe.
What?
So we're not even. I don't think we should give forks because we've already talked about these places before. But I would say
Locations. Let's do that.
yeah, I would say location Craig. I'm gonna give them a 1 fork, and the only reason why they get 1 fork is because they have chicken. The one that's on Centennial Hills, I'm gonna give them a 1 fork as well. Same reason, they have chicken. But the one on Lake Mead that we've gone to frequently, I'm gonna give them 3 forks.
And the Church's Texas Chicken on Nellis, I might give y'all like 2 birds. The Church's Texas Chicken on Las Vegas, that's hard to say. I'll give them 5 for sure.
Okay.
The Church's, anything on Rancho, I'm throwing lit match under.
Okay,
so the Church's over there, lit match.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've been to that Popeyes off of Rancho.
2 lit matches.
Yes, yeah,
that place is.
I'll give them a 2 forks though.
I feel like, and this is just me saying this. I'm not trying to be no kind of way or nothing, but I feel like whenever those people that live by the cemetery, whenever they have to like leave to go find some sort of work so they can go back and stay in the place, they all go to that
Popeyes off Rancho.
That they can just stand around in there and just do whatever,
That's
you want to serve
a
bird today, I guess,
that is
not having any skill. It's a terrible place. Close out one.
Yeah. And so we're looking to do different restaurants. We just have, we have to get out. And like we said, we've been pretty busy. So once we get out, we'll tell you about more great restaurants out here. I'm hoping to have more good experiences.
Well, how was your seafood the other day?
My seafood, I can't remember. It's called Crab Cousin or Cousin Crab or something. My aunt and I went to celebrate our birthdays because her birthday was last Friday and mine is this Friday. And I think her crab boil was pretty good. I got a Cobb salad, and that's a whole nother story. But it was okay. I can't say that it was great. Like I didn't really taste the crab, and then it was too much lettuce or too much greens for me, so I didn't get a chance to really feel like I experienced crab or whatever being with the Cobb salad. So I would have to personally give it probably a 2. The service was really good though. The people were not bad, but our waitress came over there and she was rushing so much that she was taking my aunt's plate and my aunt wasn't finished eating. Yikes. So she had to be like, no, stop, get away from my plate. Like, I mean, it was really awkward for the waitress, and I know she felt bad because she was snatching her plate. She like, I didn't tell you to take this.
That's dickety. So she's trying to rush her out?
No, wow. She was just trying to take the plate. Wasn't really, I don't think she was trying to rush it out. She was just trying to, make sure that we didn't have plates on our table anymore. She thought the auntie was finished. But auntie had like about maybe 10 shrimp still left in her plate that she was just kind of processing and trying to eat them, slowly. So yes, that was kind of bad. And so that's our food.
I want to talk about grocery stores, man.
No.
Yeah, I got to.
No, because we're almost done. It's like 8:00. We gotta do your
now?
Your person of the week. And then we gotta talk about this other topic that we were gonna talk about.
Oh my God.
And then the last time we were with you guys, I told you guys that we were going to be trying different things, like different experiments or whatever that we found online to see if they're working for us, you guys. And so what we did was we tried, there was an experiment where they were saying to make a drink from cucumber, ginger, lemon, parsley, and parsley. and to kind of, blend it up or whatever and drink it at night before you go to bed, and it will help you shed pounds. Now, I don't know the particulars of the timeline, but I can say that we've been drinking it, or I've been drinking it every night since the last time you guys saw me. We started that Sunday after the show, so that Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday didn't do anything, but that Sunday we started, and I haven't seen any real results. That's not funny. I haven't seen any real results, so I don't know. Maybe 2 week time. I'm gonna continue to do it, but I just want to come back and tell you guys that. Shut up, Bobby.
You ain't gonna see no results in like no days,
So it wasn't. It was a week and a half. So we'll see. We'll come back maybe in about a month if I can remember. Shut up. If I can remember and see if it worked or how it's working. I thought they said 2 weeks though. I really did. I thought they said 2 weeks. And so I don't know. It hasn't been 2 weeks though.
How the toilet been looking? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Has it been any kind of action? You've been there 3 or 4 more times. It's been.
No, but it didn't say that. It didn't say that we were going to be going to the restroom more.
So
it just said that it was going to
just float away.
I don't know, but it just said that it was going to shave off pounds while we sleep. So I'm not assuming it didn't say that you're going to be going to the bathroom 3 or 4 times at night, to shave off the pounds. So I don't know if it's the next day or what, but that's what it said. I'm just telling y'all what it said. So anyway,
you want your weight to just evaporate away?
Anyway,
scream some haws.
Anyway, our hometown hero, because I'm hungry right now and we haven't eaten yet. Our hometown hero.
My hometown hero is Marcus Mook the barber. He's my hero. He's one of my heroes. I look up to this guy because of his diligence and the way he takes care of his kids. Mm-hmm. It's just it's just exemplary, man. He's somebody to watch. Okay. So I'm thankful for him.
Mook the barber. I don't know the name of his shop.
And he has a shop and a school, and he's great.
Yeah, I don't know the name of his shop. I'll have to try and see if I can get it. No. And then let you guys know. So if you ever need a fresh cut, go to his shop. If you ever need a fresh, inexpensive cut, and you trust students to kind of
F your head up.
No, not F your head up.
Oh my gosh.
To work with your head. Yeah. To work with your head, go to his barber school. It's called the Original Barber School. And I want to say maybe the shop is called the Original Barber Shop too, but I don't know for sure. But anyway, yes, so he has an awesome team of students that he coaches and teaches every, I don't know when the quarter is. I want to say it may be 18 months. They have students come and learn how to be barbers, and then they graduate them, and then they have another set of students that come. And he actually has a waiting list because they're so good over there at the Original Barber School.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you want, a little bit more expensive, you want to let some students experiment. That's the word I was looking for, experiment on your haircut. Go to the school. And if you want a fresh haircut by a master barber, you want to go to his shop. So you can look him up though, Marcus Mook the Barber on FB and Mook's Life on Instagram, and find him. And celebrities as well. He's done so many celebrities. So whenever you're in town, celebrities, look him up because he's the best. And he tries. Yeah. He's a mobile. But yeah, so him and his kids, his life, I'm so proud of him. That's my brother. So proud of him and what he does. So I would say definitely hometown hero for sure. And so you guys, we have about maybe 5 more minutes. I know we're going a little bit over time.
No, we don't. Let's go. No more minutes. We're done.
So I wanted to talk about we want to review, because we always review either an event or a current topic that's going on. And I wanted to talk about the federal judge. Well, I wanted to talk about the Trump administration. From what I've read, they are allegedly, because I don't know, I just know, you know what I'm saying, because so much news out here, so you kind of don't know what's real, you kind of don't know what's fake. But from what I've seen, they were trying to shut down Job Corps. And I don't know if any of you guys know what Job Corps is, but it's an organization that has been around for years and years. I remember when I was younger, I remember the Job Corps, and they help youth ages 16 to 24 be able to learn trades, learn job skills, and a lot of times they give them housing. And so they give them housing, they give them somewhere to live, and then they take them different places, and they're allowed to work on different activities or work at different businesses or what have you, and so that they can learn a trade. And by the time they're 24 or whatever, they have the skills to be able to go out and be in the workforce, right? And so usually these job corps are happening in underserved communities. So usually you're going to see a job corps with people that are possibly coming out of juvie or something like that or whatever, or in neighborhoods where they have a lot of African Americans or a lot of Latinos. And so they kind of, to me, they make up the population of the job corps, right? And so from what we've been reading, there's a lot of pushback on that because a lot of these kids, there's like kids all over the country or young people that are figuring out, okay, if you guys cancel Job Corps, what are we gonna do? Like we don't have a place to stay. We're staying on campus. It's almost like a college when you think about it like that. It's almost like a college. And so I was reading that there's a federal judge that halted the closure of the Job Corps because they're saying that they don't really have a reason. Like the Trump administration hasn't said why they want to cancel it or what have you. But I did read an article where they were saying that it's just not producing, I guess, how they feel like it's producing, and it's costing more money for students per student than it is making money, or I guess maybe with them giving back to the community.
Well, I was a loser in school, so I took a tour to Job Corps. I was gonna go. It wasn't a black community. It was the only one we had was way out McKinney, something like that. You had to be bussed out there. Where it was pretty far. But yeah, I can see maybe why it's gonna be deleted now. I can see why it worked back then and it won't work now. Why it hasn't probably been as successful now, maybe.
But you're gonna keep the prisons open.
And they're probably not gonna. They're probably reforming that too.
You're gonna keep busing or sending people to prison, and where you're paying or we're paying, the taxpayers are paying or whatever it is, $100,000 or whatever it is. I don't know. It's an astronomical number per prisoner. But this cost to pay for per student to try to better themselves is too much.
Yeah, because they're not using it. They're not actually doing the stuff anymore.
Okay.
Or
they're not doing what?
They're possibly not using the program correctly anymore because of social and everything else.
I don't know.
It was different.
I don't know anybody that's in
I'm just saying maybe because we didn't have phones and stuff when I went on my tour, so it was a lot different.
And so you guys, like I said, when you watch the playback, if you have an opinion on Job Corps,
like cell phones, I mean,
let us know. Let us know what you're thinking. Like, what is the president doing? Like, I don't understand all of the things that he is doing. Him and his team, they're making a whole lot of changes, and I can't say that they're for the good of America,
right?
Especially Black people. So I'm just not sure where he's going with everything. Like I can understand if he's coming in, if he's coming in trying to reform for whatever reason, despite racism, then I can get that. So if it's like, okay, well, I'm coming to reform this program, it doesn't have anything to do with whether you're Black or white, Asian, Latino, or whatever. This program needs to be reformed, so let's fix it. I can get with that because I understand in a lot of situations, sometimes people are getting lax. Sometimes people are just doing like fast food. Like we're saying, you have these kids that are in here that are coming in and they're just not performing like they should. So now we got fast food places where we're getting uncooked food or just whatever because they're not performing in the way that you would think that they should, being a customer service organization. So I can get with some of the things that need to be reformed. But some of the stuff that he's reforming or taking away or removing, it just kind of like, what?
When did they start taking Job Corps away? Because I
No,
feel like
they just said that it's possibly going to be ending at the end of June. So we don't
because
know yet.
if most of the service industry people that we've experienced in the past 20 years have been
Mm-hmm.
coming out of that organization,
Mm-hmm.
and things seem to have been running smooth and stuff, and then they haven't been lately. I don't know.
But everything could be because of the pandemic. I mean, a lot of stuff got, and Bobby is under the impression that, and we've talked about this before, that after that, a lot of things needed to be corrected. And so they took that time, or they took that planning that they did to be able to now correct some things that maybe shouldn't have been going on at all. So now we're coming back, like, the social distancing and stuff like that. To me, that should have always been happening. It should have always been not 6 feet, but enough to where you're not in everybody's personal space. So I miss the times when it was 6 feet and I'd have to stand so close to somebody, or somebody didn't come and stand and breathe on my face, while I'm in the grocery store or I'm in line
Oh, but your
somewhere.
favorite non-English speaking lady brought it back to us real quick, ain't it? Right, any store,
Yeah,
name it.
so
It don't matter.
yeah,
It's like, oh man, 6 feet things over.
I
Yuck.
get trying to reform some things, but I don't get this. So I'm waiting and hoping for more information to see if they're going to explain what the heck has Job Corps done to y'all to
Right.
make y'all displace all
I haven't
these,
been following them, so I don't know what.
displace all these babies or these young people
Yikes.
from trying to be able to better themselves instead of sending them to prison. You know,
What would have been the next thing Job Corps would have added? Because they had like HVAC and stuff like that, correct?
hmm
Space Force
construction,
or something?
whatever. I don't even know if they have barbering. They could have added that. Who knows? But just making sure that these young people were trying to become productive citizens. That's just
Mm.
it. That's it. That's what it's for. That's what it's supposed to
I
be
don't like
for.
I don't like the gap that's gonna leave, because
Because
that's a
that's
really
it. Yeah.
nice
Because
place to
if
go for people who just
right,
don't understand. Like I hated school, dude. So
if they shut that down,
knowing that I
y'all,
could take a tour
I
there and
I
check it out to have options
I
was just
promise
eye
you,
opening for me.
if they shut that down, that's where the pandemonium and the chaos and the things like that, they're going to happen, because these young people have nowhere else to turn, because they're not college material, or they're not able to go to college for whatever reason, or they don't want to go to college, and now they're going to be out there walking our streets. Just that simple. Just that damn simple. So y'all, get it together. Also, Employ NV out here in Nevada. Look them up. Employ NV. They're similar to Job Corps, and they're helping youth out here, 16 to 24, get jobs at real organizations and paying them real money.
That's nice.
And they have
I
the money to
respect
do
it.
so. So Employ NV. Look for them.
Yep.
And then when you call or you go there, ask for my girl Kay Griffiths.
You say Toledo refers you.
Yes, which is K with the G. So yeah, let her know that we referred you. You guys, we are out. We will see you again next week with another movie review. We'll let Bobby pick this one, because he's actually picked the last few, actually. So this was one of the ones that I actually picked, and I enjoyed it.
Nice.
So we will see you guys later. Peace out.
Peace.